Morning, gang. Happy Sunday morning. So, here's a question for you. Are people finally starting to wake up? Are the normies finally realizing that, hey, maybe there's something to all of this that, you know, people are saying I should stock something up? You know, it's been in the news lately that there's potential for a long, cold winter for us. There was a story that came out last night about fuel oil in the U.S. that we only have 31 days of fuel oil in reserve. It's October, guys. Okay, we haven't even got the winter yet. And it's still in the 70s here for me. Okay. I mean, there's still, you guys are telling me you're still picking vegetables in New England and Michigan and Minnesota. Okay. We ain't got the winter yet. We got 31 days of heating oil. The masses may be starting to get a clue here, only a year and a half, almost 2 years now late, but gee, I don't know. A lot of us heard the story yesterday about Augustin Farms at least saying they're not taking any online orders. Okay. That's as far as I can confirm so far. That I've got. All right. But I got an interesting email last night from Chris, and I'll just read it, some of it here. It's a long email, but I'll read some of it to you. He says, I made a run today to a chain named Ollie's near me because their ad had some decent deals on items that are crucial necessary for our beliefs. Upon arriving, I noticed that there were far more cars in the lot than normal, 3 to 4 times, when my fiance and I walked in, and there were at least 30 people waiting to check out with absolutely stuffed to the brim carts. Not trying to be nosy, but kind of intrigued, I walked by all of them slowly, and I would say 8 out of 10 people had things I was looking for, prepping items. Okay. This is an amazing thing, but what's odd about this is I live smack dab in the middle of Baltimore. There's not a lot of like-minded people around me. People are starting to slowly catch on to this, that this is for real and no one will be here if and when something happens. He goes on to say, we went down to the other end of the shopping center and went to Walmart. Not my favorite place, but I needed to look for some jeans. We walked around the entire store and it was absolutely ransacked. There were holes in shelves everywhere, items all over the floor. Some aisles might have been broken down and condensed because there were only 2 to 3 items on the shelves. I was able to find some canning supplies and a couple bottles of propane for my heater, but past that, everything from medical to food to household was in dire straits. Now, if you're talking about this being in Baltimore, what's it going to be like in other cities where there aren't a whole lot of like-minded people? Let's put it this way. I was on the phone this evening with Prepper Now, and he and I talk occasionally, know each other well. He just bought his house, and I had a question about something tonight. I wanted to see what his opinion was on it. So we're talking about what he's seeing there in Maryland and what I'm seeing here in Tennessee. And it was kind of interesting because he said that the stores were pretty well stocked where he was, in the Maryland-West Virginia border. And I'm seeing the stores, for the most part, pretty well stocked where I am. I mean, fronted, yes, not stocked like they were 2 years ago. But if I need a can of corn or, a jar of peanut butter, there's at least one on there, one on the shelves I can get. So not a problem there. I talked a little bit about my trip to the gun store. He was talking about some places he went and everything like that. And for the most part, it was similar. And then we got into a discussion on what he's heard and what I've heard. And he's hearing that it's more red states that are being punished, okay, by less stuff on the shelves. And I seem to be hearing from you guys that it's more the blue states that are suffering. Now, I know we have some crossover members, if you will, but, different people watch different things and send, people different emails or whatever it would be. So be it. What I'm seeing happening, and again, this is me kind of trying to do something I do, look past the tip of my nose. Okay. is I have a feeling that it's not people hoarding. I have a feeling it's people waking up. Okay. We've seen Joe Biden's poll numbers every week. They get lower and lower and lower and lower. Okay. Now, it's not like a whole bunch of Republicans were approving of Biden before and have changed their mind. Okay. I mean, he's sticking up right around 90% disapproval with Republicans. What it is the independents go either way. Okay. It's some, but your majority of your preppers are going to be red. Okay. The purple people eaters. Purple people, some are, some aren't. Okay. Democrats, not a whole lot of liberal preppers. Let's put it this way. Okay. They're pretty much against everything that a prepper stands for. Okay. They're the ones that believe government will take care of everything and they don't have to do anything. It's just, hey, don't worry about it. If things go to hell, the government will save me. Okay. They'll feed me, they'll house me, they'll whatever. Okay. They'll give me a check. But his poll numbers are going down with the Democrats. They're dropping like a rock with independents, but they're even going down with Democrats. Less than 50% of the Democrats now approve of Joe Biden. Okay, that's telling you something. Remember, this is the guy who supposedly got 82 million votes. Okay. Less than 50% approval rating by the Democrats. They're starting to wake up to see that, I don't know, Lebanon is on a national blackout. New York just got a letter in the mail saying expect your electricity bills to go up 30%. What I told you about the Carolinas, what I've told you about Chicago, people are starting to see this going, what are we going to do? Because here's a thought I have, guys, and maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, and that's fine, okay? Just if you disagree with me, be polite. I have a feeling if the balloon goes up, what better time than winter when you aren't growing any food? It's not like, you know what, I've got a harvest coming in. When you're cold, when there is no heating oil, when there is no coal, when there is no gasoline, what better time to just pull the plug and torture the citizenry in any country than the middle of winter, and then come out and be the white knight. Hey, move on down to the city here. We'll feed you. We got a nice warm bed, hot water. You'll be all set. All you got to do is turn in your self-protection devices and roll up a sleeve. You get the feeling that there might be a whole lot of people out there who might be seeing the same thing, going, not for me. Going to be a long, cold winter, guys. Going to be a dark winter. If the rest of the public is starting to wake up, which I think is what's going on, that's why we're starting to see some of these runs in stores and shelves being a little more bare. I think that's the true reason, and the media and the government won't tell you because they don't want to add to the panic, okay? But I think the people in the countries, US, Canada, whatever, are starting to wake up. YouTube has a pretty good reach, guys. There are a lot of channels, not only prepper channels, homesteading channels, gun channels, farming channels, economic channels, you name it, that are all precious metals. Pick either precious metal you want, okay, that are all saying the same thing. You better have something put away, guys, and you better be ready because winter's going to suck. And I think the people of the world are starting to realize that the governments are against the people. The house of cards is falling. And like I was telling you guys yesterday about the Aussie Cossack, okay, people are starting to stand up and see stuff like that and go, yeah, this guy's right. The hell with this anymore. Like Prepper Now says, stack, stock, stick to the plan. Okay. But yeah, go out, keep adding, guys. You got a year's worth, shoot for 15 months. You got a year and a half worth, shoot for 2. Okay. Go do an inventory, find out whatever you're lacking. I don't care if it's batteries, toilet paper, Cheetos, whatever it would be. If you're missing it, get it now while you can. We're hearing about oil shortages, gas shortages, charcoal shortages, anything that's flammable, food, paper products, you name it. If you ain't got it now, you may not be able to get it real soon. Have a good Sunday.